What's up? What's up? What's up? You got Unique. It is what it is, and I am back for another Future Kids Savings Challenge video. So yes, let me just jump right on into it. I am feeling better, but my knee is still healing. So I am still going to physical therapy for that, and I started going to chiropractor for my back because my back is really bad. And so she's trying to do some corrective adjustments to correct my spinal shape to help with the pain that I feel every single day. So that is what is going on with me, and hope you all are well. Hope you're having a great week. Hope you had a great weekend. So let's get into it. So I'm just going to start from the top. Let's start from the top because I always start from the bottom. So let's start from the top. So we're starting with Kids Wants, and we're adding $5 to that. And I think we're going to wait till next week to do any type of condensing. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, adding to Kids Wants. And we have 100, 200, 300, 20, 40, 60, 65, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85. So we have 385 in Kids Wants. And then we have Kids Needs. And we're adding $10 to Kids Needs. And like I said, this is just my make-believe future kids that I plan to have in the future, not now, but I plan to adopt. So I'm just starting out a little fund now so that way, I can have a head start on things that they might need when they come. Most likely, if they're adopted, they might have very few things. Or if they've been in the foster kids system, they may have very few things. So I'm just trying to think ahead of the amount of money that would be nice to have in a bank account. A couple $1,000s, not nothing crazy, but a good couple $1,000s. I would say somewhere around, maybe not a couple, maybe more like several. Somewhere around $5,000 to $7,000 would be nice to have. So I'm doing this now because I am going to move in the future. So when I do move, I wanted to have some type of fund to pull money from. I plan to use this money to move with. However, once I get to my new location, which would be my last and final place to move to, don't plan to move after that. Once I get to that place, then I'll refund this money with starting to do it again and put as much money as I could before I start the process, because I plan to be a foster mom as well as an adopted mom. So hope you understand what that situation is going to be looking like. So for Kids Needs, I'm going to add 10, and it is 5 and 5 ones. So we have $5 here and 5 ones, and we're just gonna add it in here. Like I said, I will do some condensing next week, most likely, after I add my money. I usually do it right after I do some condensing, but I'm gonna do it next week. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 550, 6, 650, 7, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70. So we have 770 in Kids Needs, and that is going to be there. So once I get to 1,000 in these, I'm going to put it in the bank. I already have a bucket in my account for, it's gonna say Future Kids, and it also says moving fund. So that way I know exactly what the money is for, so I don't get myself confused. That's why I love Ally. I literally love the fact that they created that, because I haven't seen that with any other bank account where you can have one savings account and you can have multiple buckets in there, so that way you don't have to have multiple savings accounts. And I love the fact that I can move money around between the buckets and the names remains the same, The only thing I don't like, which I wish they would fix that, where you can move the buckets within places. So instead of for it being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that, it's literally set that way. So if you wanted to change in the order it's in, you have to remove the name and move the money within the buckets and then name it again. That is to me a little bit annoying because sometimes I reshuffle the way my order of buckets are basically the way my mind works. It's how it is at that time. So I might have it good for a year, and then a year later I look at it and be like, this makes more sense. And then I'll reshuffle it. To do that is very annoying when you have to rename and shift money around. It gets a bit annoying, but I wish that feature was a little more better. It does allow you to name the buckets. It does allow you to pick a cute little icon for some of the names, but it doesn't allow you to reorganize and reorder the buckets without you having to actually change everything and move the money around yourself manually instead of it just reordering the way that the buckets are. I hope you understand what I'm saying and it's not confusing. But yeah, if you have Ally, you know what I'm talking about. It can get annoying. But if you don't change your stuff and you leave it the way it is, then it works perfectly. But for me, I like to change things up sometimes, switch it around, and it does become a little bit of a nuisance. But I still love Ally overall. So I know a lot of people talk about SoFi and stuff like that. I also have Capital One. So if you have SoFi, nothing wrong with it, no knocking it. I just like the feature of Ally's buckets. That's all. That's why I prefer it. But I do also have Capital One. I was looking to get a SoFi account, but then I thought, why am I going to have it if I don't utilize another savings account? Like, I really don't need another one. So I'm fine with what I have. So it's nothing against SoFi, but I do know SoFi is a high interest yield savings account as well if you are looking for one. And I know a lot of people know a few others that probably isn't always typical to hear about. Like, I know American Express has one. I believe Discovery also has one. So let's count this up. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 20, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, and 70. So you have 770 in kids savings. And that is going to be it for this week. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great and safe week and weekend ahead. Laters.